Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. I'm about to do a quick update on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I didn't take a lot of notes. I watched it once. I said it's way too fucking much Kenya. Too many solo Kenya scenes. I'll tell you right now, fast forward. I don't know what happened, so I probably won't review. But let's jump right into it because this episode to me was extremely filler. Up first, we saw Kenya talking to her daddy. That was my first fast forward. I don't care. Up next, we see the scene of Drew and Kenya having this conversation at the restaurant. Now, I will be honest with you. I really fast forward maybe 80% of that conversation. Now, I know I just said how much I can't stand Kenya, but when it comes to Kenya versus Drew, my needle is more on Kenya's side. Like, a part of me feels like the beef that Drew has with Kenya is very manufactured and very forced. Like, you telling me you really holding the beef because all the girls at the retreat was up crying and hollering because Kenya brought her baby, and the next day nobody checked her and everybody was hee hee ha ha laughing in her face. Girl, haven't you watched this show any episodes? The bitches are fake. The bitches are fake, and you a fake bitch too, Drew. So it's a part of the gig. It's a part of the gig. You get on here, you yell, you fight, you argue, you make up, you do fake shit. Somebody talk, just like when Kenya called you, hey girl, like you don't like that bitch, but you hey girl, all on the phone. So miss me with all of it. It feels like, I hate giving Kenya any kind of credit, but it does feel like, because Nene has said it before too, when the new people come along or just somebody who needs a storyline, let me pick a fight with the villain of the show, or love her or hate her, Kenya is the most popular one on the show right now. Like, Kenya is, even though Portia's holding the center peach, Kenya is the one who gets the show going. It just is what it is. It is what it is. So a lot of girls will be like, well, let me pick a fight with Kenya. Let me have a beef with Kenya. Or let me be friends with Kenya. Let me be BFFs with Kenya. Let me make up some bullshit. Let's forgive each other after 7-8 years with Kenya. You know. So I'm not really here for the Kenya versus Drew beef. And outside of it seeming forced and manufactured, Drew has Kenya has shaded Drew, especially in the confessionals, but as we're filming the scenes, Drew doesn't know that yet. Like, she hasn't seen all the shade Kenya has said in the confessionals yet. But Drew, you have shaded Kenya that Kenya hasn't seen yet. Like, the reunion between them two are going to be a mess, and I'm going to be over it. We get to the famous line of, I guess Drew pulls out her credit card, and Kenya is like, only broke bitches split bills. But I'm like, Drew, if this bitch pull out her credit card first, let her pay. Like, if Kenya wants to pay for your little cran apple juice, whatever you had, and your little salmon salad, let her pay. How much was it? Couldn't have been more than a $20 check. It couldn't have been more. $25 when you add the tip. So let her pay. Moving on. That was too much nice talk. I'm telling you, I've been cracking myself up all day. I think I've been doing too much. I need to hurry up and do these videos and calm down. Okay, Cynthia talking about her wedding. I don't care nothing about Cynthia's wedding. We're going to see it next week. I'm happy. I hope it's only one episode. Please don't stretch Cynthia's wedding out too far. People are dropping like flies, and I said they ain't dropping fast enough. Not if you still had 250 people with no mask on. So they wasn't dropping too much. Noelle's dress don't fit. Somebody else's suit don't fit. And her mama dress is coming in 6 days too late. So Cynthia ain't got time for the pumpkin patch. She don't give a damn about that page 6 article. She wasn't fucking stripper. Mike know it, so she let the world know it yet again. And she out shopping with Mal for this dress. Now, the only funny part of that scene, Drew is getting to sing at the wedding. I don't know why. I don't know why. Did production make Drew sing at the wedding? Because it sounds like Mike ain't here for it. Because Drew is like doing all these like, I can't even do it. I can't even do it. Like whatever she was doing with her lips and her tongue and the teeth, doing all this all episode, it aggravated me. It aggravated Kenya too. I was like, yes, please stop. She's like, I want to do Angel of Mine by Monica. And Cynthia was like, hey, Mike, you like that song by Monica, Angel of Mine? And Mike was like, yeah, I love that song when Monica sings it. I was like, I hope Drew heard that. That was some good shade, and it was right on time. I like Mike. Moving on from them. Everyone gets their page 6 notifications. Everybody hears about the 2 strippers. Not the 2 strippers, but 2 people sleep with a stripper at the party. We all want to know who did it. Investigation on who sent it begins at Marlo's little pumpkin patch event. We ain't got to investigate. We all know Kenya sent that information to page 6. She damn near told on herself. She said it had to be an inside job. Somebody in the group told they nanny, and they nanny went and told page 6. She was like, it wasn't me. I only tell B. Scott and TMZ. I'm like, bitch, you know you told that nanny. Because the nanny probably, when the nanny came to pick Brooklyn up the next day, you told that nanny everything that went on, and you told her to get to the blogs. Even your best friend, Cynthia, was like, I didn't leak it, but we all know who was the most pressed. So, anyway, they get to a little event. Ain't too much happened at this little pumpkin patch. We learned that Tanya said she was in Portia's room for snacks. Now, it did sound shady, but they had to show the clip. And Tanya really did say that. I'm like, Tanya, what happened to no face, no case? Did you see me in Portia's room? Did you hear me in Portia's room? For all the hell you knew, I was in my fucking room, sleep. You didn't have to say nothing. Portia would have took the hit for you because they have already said, Kenya already said, I know what Portia voice sound like, but I don't know who else was in there. Like, we would have thought it was you. I honestly would have thought it was LaToya, but you was in Portia's room eating snacks at 5 o'clock in the morning, at 6 o'clock in the morning. The exact same time people heard people getting their pussies ate, you was in Portia's room eating snacks. And now she in Canada. They was like, she fled the United States. Tanya, I mean, we're not going to see Tanya anymore. We've already heard that she no longer filmed the show after this event. I'm 100% sure she's not even going to be at the reunion. No face, no case, boo. Anyway, Drew shows up to the pumpkin patch looking a fucking absolute fucking mess. Drew, they all lied to you. They all lied to you. That storm wig is not it. It's not it. If you're not making, what is that, Marvel? Whatever the comic book is. If you're not in the comic book, the wig is not it. I don't like it when anybody wears that storm wig. It damn near didn't look good on Halle Berry. It's not a good look. Like, melanated people, some melanated people do. I ain't gonna knock it. I got a few cousins and my auntie. Her name is Blondie. And she got that name because she had naturally blonde hair. But most melanated people don't have bleach blonde hair growing out of their scalps. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. And then your outfit, Drew. It didn't even look like good vegan leather. It didn't look like pleather. It didn't even look plastic. It looked like a straight up orange trash bag. It was ill-fitting. It did not fit your shape at all. It was way too big. And it wasn't even cute. It wasn't even cute. Drew, you played yourself and then you get mad when people talk about your wigs and your fashions. You need to look in the mirror, boo. You need a friend in the house. This your first season. Maybe you ain't got that good stylist money yet. But Drew, this look was not it. Everybody there lied to you. Even Portia showed up late lying to you. Like, girl, your wig is cute. I don't know why they say your wigs don't be put on right. That look put on right and it's cute. I'm like, Portia, you doing too much. Say less. You ain't have to say nothing about her wig. You could have just said, hey, Drew, girl. Like, you ain't got to comment on people's looks. Just say, hey, girl. That was it. I don't like when Drew makes comments about Kenya's marriage. Like she was saying, maybe if Kenya did some tongue exercises, maybe her husband would stick around. And I'm like, girl, maybe yours wouldn't go to Tampa for 3 days. Like, I really wish. And then she was trying to tell LaToya, they had some conversation about, you was talking about my struggling husband, or maybe she was telling it to Portia and them, I don't know. But if you would have never, you should have left that Tampa storyline on the editing room floor. Like, when you and your husband were thinking of storylines, y'all should have said, we're not going to talk about this Tampa. Like, because it just makes you look dumb. And the more you try to write, like, I'm with LaToya, and I can't stand LaToya either. But I know LaToya really doesn't bother me that much. Just a little bit. But I'm with LaToya. You the one who offered up the information that your husband, you told everyone your husband left the house for 3 days, went to Tampa, did not answer any of your phone calls or none of your texts. You offered that information up to the collective. You had to go look up the information about LaToya and her husband. You probably had to get in the gossip blogs to see what's going on with Kenya and her husband. You offered that information up, and now you want to shade everybody else. Girl, when your husband can stay home, then you can talk about somebody else. Let's move on. Portia says she drove an hour out the way. I said, Portia, girl, you lied. Because I've done that before. I've done that before where someone's having an event and my GPS send me all out the way. Let me tell you, once I get sent out the way and I'm so frustrated with the GPS, I'm going back home. I'm putting in, fuck that address, GPS, I'm putting in, just send me back home. Girl, I done got sent out the way. I ain't gonna be able to make it. I'll drop the gift off later. Bye. Portia just didn't want to film with Kenya. And I'm not mad at you, Portia. She wasn't ready to, because you knew what it was going to be. You knew what it was going to be when Portia and Kenya got together. They're talking about Marlo. Because Marlo, Shamia, and Drew stayed to film 5-minute scene with Portia. I wouldn't. I'm like, Portia, you missed your filming for today. You just don't get that check. You catch me on the next check. You know, they didn't really talk about nothing. They talk about how Marlo and Kenya only made up for 2 minutes in that room and they haven't talked to each other since. So I'm like, have you all really made up? Or is it just a new alliance? Are you just gonna lick Kenya's ass a little bit so you can have a little bit more screen time? If I was Portia, I wouldn't like it either. I wouldn't like it either because Kenya is the type of bitch. It's childish, but if you fuck with Kenya, I can't fuck with you because I don't need you telling her none of my business, none of my goings and comings. I don't want Kenya to know nothing about me. You already see she trying to tell my business about the stripper. I wouldn't trust anybody that rocks with her either. But, and I don't trust no beef. Y'all were beefing for what, 5, 6, 7 years? Many years. And in 2 minutes, y'all could squash it off. In 2 minutes. All over because you got the little ass room. When you deserve the little ass room, you are a friend of. You are not a cast member. You are a friend of. Anyway. That's it. That's all I got to say. Portia was like, Kenya just wants to poke me and get a rise out of me. Girl, yeah, that's what she gonna do. And we gonna see it more next week. that's it for this week. Next week looks like it's going to be a much better episode. Like I said, this week was a filler. We gotta next week look like a filler too, because all they gonna do next week is tell Eva, and you know Eva don't like Portia, so that just gives Eva an opportunity to shade Portia on camera. And we get to see Cynthia's wedding. And guess what? We've already seen Cynthia's wedding all over Instagram. So next week's review probably will be even shorter. But anyway, like, comment, share. Go ahead and hit subscribe. A lot of good stuff is getting ready to come up. I heard Ready to Love is coming back in April. And I can't wait. I love that show. Anyway, I will talk to y'all next week. Bye.